Can hear her barking. Can hear her barking.
Lucky.
Yeah?
Wait. 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 Go.
Well, it's chilly this morning, little one. Chilly this morning. So Socks is lunging at other dogs.
Yeah. And barks at any dog as she goes past the dog.
Okay, cool. Right.
She always pulls on the collar. I'd love her to walk on the collar. Impossible.
Okay. Just have a little look what we're doing. So is this typical for her?
Yes. And she always wants to be in front. And I've done heel.
Okay.
Things like that.
Well, pop your keys away and get a decent grip of the lead.
Yeah. Heel.
Okay, so
Heel.
very disconnected.
Heel.
And is this a typical walk with her?
Yes.
Okay, cool. No worries.
Heel.
Right, do you just want to go and stand over there? I just want to see what she's like when she sees another dog. Okay. Just stand on that, don't worry. Go and get Sammy quickly. Okay. Far too much excitement, no connection to the owner. One of the most common reasons dogs are lead reactive is through lack of direction. Excuse my hair, it's early in the morning. One of the most common reasons dogs are lead reactive is one, too much excitement. So that excitement's got to go somewhere else because they don't know how to chill out on a walk. The other reason is they feel trapped. 3, lack of direction, and 4, nervous owner. I think we've got pretty much all of those coming on right now. Yeah. So, okay, we're going to see what the dog's like when it sees another dog. Come here, heel. 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 Stop. Sit. Okay. So you've got an overly excitable dog that's insecure, okay? Plus you get a little bit frustrated with her and you just love nothing more than just to enjoy the walk. Yep. Stop. Sit. Right, no worries. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop Sammy back, we're going to come in, we're going to have a coffee, we're going to start over again, have a little discussion about why your dog's doing what it's doing. Yeah. It's all right, I'm going to put the dogs away so you can just come in. She can go off her lead, she can go and relax, explore, get used to where she is, and then we can do some work, okay? Right, yep. So I'll come and get you in a second. Cool. Okay, so it's typical, an overly excitable, nervous dog and a nervous owner. And of course there's no direction whatsoever going on. So we'll pop Sammy back. See, your dog. Yeah, I know she's fine. Right. The reason there's no coincidence. When I come out the back door to give you space, right, to see what was going on. Now I brought her through the front door purposely because I know you don't have a an aggressive dog.
Yeah.
You have a reactive dog that feeds off of you because it's got no direction. Okay, that's not your fault. You're trying to direct your dog.
So I was so good yesterday, and I was so good minute.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
But what's going on is you've got a dog that's got no direction, right? It's overly excitable.
Yeah.
And as a result, it's a little bit insecure.
Okay.
Plus, you're nervous as well because it's barking at every single dog.
Yeah.
So the point of me bringing you through here was for you to see that your dog, you've got little rocks here, of course I put rocks behind the gate, but look, your dog's all right. Yeah?
So why is it outside?
Because her sense is heightened. Outside, she gets super amped up. And of course, you're probably anticipating, oh, here we go, there's a dog, she's going to bark and things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. As soon as you take a dog outside, their sense is heightened, and you can see, as soon as your dog come out of the car, it was pulling, it was all over the place, sniffing the floor, not once checking in with you or anything like that.
No.
So, of course...
And I say leave it, Yeah,
Yeah, but
I
it's
see a dog.
but
Well, I see a dog and I say leave it, and she doesn't listen.
well, no, because right now her excitement overrides your authority. So gate shut. Go on then. So I'm just going to let her go and explore. Do you want a coffee?
I don't mind, thank you.
Just let her go and explore. But yeah, it's very common to work with dogs that are lead reactive, but absolutely fine with dogs. And we just introduced her to a dog straight away and she didn't react. She gets overexcitable and that excitement's got to go somewhere.
Okay.
So we need to bring her down a little bit so we can put her past the dog. Teach her when she reacts, there's a consequence for it. Yeah. And for good behaviour, she starts to get to go and meet dogs and be around dogs.
So is that what you do, like with other clients? You make the dog sit and then you wait until the dog looks at you?
Yeah.
And then you...
Yeah. But like I said, she's different. So when we go outside, I'll know what will work best for her once we get her moving. We need to get her off this flat buckle collar because the flat buckle collar gives you no control whatsoever. And that gives her the power. If you feel like you have no control, you're going to have no control. Yeah. And that flat buckle collar gives you no control. It gives her far too much leverage.
Yeah, see now Minnie, you know the dark one, as soon as, after that walk with you, up and down that straight, yeah, it's like I've got more confidence with her. I've got confidence with her, but she's the one now. I took them all out yesterday, and she's the one who barks and then sets the big ones off.
Yeah, the monkey
It's so strange. It's like reversed.
But she's not aggressive.
No.
She's just reactive, and it's too much excitement and lack of direction for her. And of course, you're questioning it because you messaged me last night. You're like, I'm having good walks with the other one that you actually. That had the major issues, that was reactive, that would lunge at people, that would...
She was brilliant yesterday.
Yeah, because you've now given that one structure.
Yeah.
But that one is walked on an appropriate collar, that one's given direction, so it walks to heel, and then as a reward you're giving it its freedom, and then you bring... So you're adding that... With this one, it's no structure whatsoever.
No.
You topple that with the excitement, then the dog doesn't know what to do, so it's got to go somewhere. Yeah. The biggest cause of dog aggression in dog parks is too much excitement. Two dogs playing, next minute you know they're in a fight because nobody was there to control the excitement levels. And you're trying to control her, but you're trying to control her on a nylon collar, which gives you no control. Even I was struggling to control her for 30 until I could on that. Because her brain is everywhere except with you. You need something just to help her. Just come out here with Socks. Done a bit of 5 minutes on the lead while we was waiting for Sammy to come out. Giving Socks a little bit of direction. The one thing that Socks is missing. Sammy's there, the dog that she barked at when you first came out of the house. Like I said, you don't have a bad dog. If you just want to take that a second, right, so I can give Socks some treats. You don't have a bad dog. You have a dog that's nervy, overexcitable, and lacks direction. The nervousness comes from the lack of direction. And the too much excitement at that time overwhelms the dog. So we can be this close to another dog without caring. Look in. Good. Reward. Got some more treats. Those little ones go really fast. Sit. Come here. Sit. Sit. So then, if we want to, we'll give you a treat, let you eat your treat. Ready, Socks? We're going to go for a walk past Sammy. Help.
Sit. I'll just stay here.
So, I can create... What, you can't see?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, cool. But, sit. But most cases of lead reactivity stem from lack of direction. So the dog does whatever it wants when it's outside. It was on the nylon collar, so it's sniffing the floor. You're getting frustrated because she's strong, so you're having to continually pull her. That travels down the lead. And of course, because there's no direction, she doesn't know what to do, so she's unsure. So I don't mind a bit of excitement on the walk, but I want that excitement placement. No, sit. Sit. Good.
Sit.
And you see, because she's nervy, little things make her uneasy. Sit. Little things make her uneasy. Good girl. So even a postman walking past, Sammy wants to say hello to the postman. Good girl. So even a postman walking past can make her uneasy because she is a nervy girl. But once she has direction, you see how quickly she can stop. Yeah, and then if you want to, because she's not reactive, put Sammy back. Yeah. And bring out Daisy.
Daisy?
Yep. And you're gonna do it.
Oh.
That's alright, I was swearing cameras all the time. But of course, you saw, we didn't see it on video, but with Daisy, what happened was Daisy had the curtain shut in the living room and your dog was outside, and then Daisy poked her head through the curtains, and of course, because Daisy just appeared, it panics your dog and she reacted. Yeah? But what's going to happen now, you're going to take the dog, and because you're going to give the dog direction, it's not going to react to Daisy. So walk her on your right, and just walk off. Help. Keep her on your right, don't go and swap hands. Remember, she needs direction, not her taking her own direction, you directing her. You automatically, when she went to go to your left, went to go and take it with your left hand.
Yeah.
We've done this with your other dog who was nervous, who did have more issues, right? And again, it was needed clear direction, and we gave your dog clear direction, and you're saying, what a difference in that dog.
Yeah.
But then in the same breath, this one's not getting nowhere near the same amount of direction. You can take those treats as well. Just shorten up the lead a little. And plus, she's got lab in her, which goes a hell of a long way because they're very food motivated.
So do I treat her now?
You can treat her now if you want. She's paying attention, she's sitting. That's it. Pop the treats in your pocket so you've got two hands. That's it. And then shorten up the lead a little bit, so more about here. A little bit shorter. No, don't worry about that bit, just worry about this hand. That's it. And walk.
Yeah.
Feel tension building, just apply a little bit of pressure to bring her back.
Yeah.
Bring her red up, don't let her sniff. Nice. Turn around. Go back that way. Stop there.
Sit.
Give your dog directions in the sit.
Sit.
That's it. Looking, but not reacting.
She's staring.
Good. She looks away. But you see, she's already understanding.
Sit.
She's already understanding what that word means. So look, when she looks, say good now. There you go. Because her nose is engaging.
Okay.
So she's trying to sniff Daisy. Her initial response, because she just panics, is to react.
Okay.
Yeah?
Sit. Sit.
But you see, you're giving her direction. So now what you're going to do, you're going to walk, and you see that Renault, or that Caterpillar or whatever it is there,
Yeah.
the first car,
Yeah.
you're just going to walk. As you get to that, you're going to cross the road.
Okay.
Yeah, so walk. Just say hill,
Heel.
like you mean it. That's it. Walk into her and cross the road. Walk into her. Yeah, cross the road. Look. Right, look at the dog. It's more interested in you than it is the other dog.
She's following you, isn't she?
Yeah, because again, it's that leadership. We put a bit of discipline to your dog, and then the dog wants to be with you. Rocks. So she wants to play. Look at her. This isn't it. Let's play.
Oh,
Look, see.
good girls.
Like I said, you worry too much, which travels to the lead. Yeah. you've got an overexcitable young adolescent dog with no direction. That panics your dog. As soon as you start applying a bit of leadership, a bit of discipline, your dog's confidence will flourish, right? As a result, the nervousness will go away. The barking at things that appear from nowhere will go away. This is your real dog.
Is it all play?
Yes. If it wasn't play, I'd be stopping it. But you see, your dog's actually quite submissive. Your dog's 3 times the size of Rox, but you see how Roxy is controlling the play. You see how your dog's acting submissive. Got told, yeah? Your dog's being submissive to Roxy. It's got nothing to do with size, it's got everything to do with mentality. Roxy's confident.
Yeah.
Your dog's not. Yeah. Size, even though your dog could easily damage Rox, in Roxy's mind and your dog's mind, Roxy's the powerful one. And that's because Roxy sets boundaries straight away. Roxy's confident, and you see how your dog then actually takes a submissive role. Yeah? And that's what you need to do with your dog. You need to be the confident, strong one that directs your dog. So your dog acts more that way. Yeah? And you can achieve that without having to pin the dog down, without having to scream at your dog and things like that. None of that bollocks. Yeah, without having to poke them on the side or anything like that. With the right tools, the right mindset. Your dog wants to play.
That's what going down like that with a pause.
Yeah.
And that, and
Look. Yes. Hey. Sit. No, you can't have that as a rubber. What? I haven't got anything.
Judy.
But I hope just seeing this will give you a better indication that when you see a dog that you don't have to panic, because your dog's not trying to kill the dog. It's not trying to rip that dog to pieces. It just needs you to say, hey, calm down. Yeah, and if somebody goes, is he friendly? Then you can actually introduce your dog. Providing that dog's not a dick. Yeah, so providing that dog's not going to jump all over your dog, bark at your dog or things like that. If it's a well-behaved dog under control, then if they want to introduce, let them.
Do you know why they bark?
Excitement.
So like, if
Dogs will bark for many reasons, right? But in your dog's case, it's barking, 1, when it gets too excited, and 2, if it panics. So what you saw with Daisy at the window, because the curtains were shut, right, your dog didn't know Daisy was there, and then all of a sudden Daisy poked her head round the window, and your dog didn't realise Daisy was there until she looked up, and when she barked then, that was pure panic. Yeah, because it just appeared. When she barks at the postman walking towards her, it's more of a nervous response, but again, enough. You've got nothing to be afraid of.
So if I'm walking when I get home and there's a dog on the other side, I'm walking this side and she barks, it's probably because nerves.
Yeah.
And I have to correct that.
Yes.
She's overly excitable, as you can tell when you first took her out, right? And then because you're not giving her any direction, that makes her nervous. As soon as she gets direction, you'll find a lot of this behaviour will stop. Yeah, all this behaviour will stop because there's no need for it.
First dog she's met.
Is it?
But I knew she wasn't, because there's nothing behind it. When I first brought Sammy out, and she's barking, yeah, you look aggressive, but you're not being aggressive. I knew that I could take the lead, introduce her straight to Rox, and she'll be fine. Did it with a French Bulldog the other day. French Bulldog, because the owner's going, oh, it's really reactive, and within 30 seconds I brought it right next to Sammy, like, it's not. Yeah? It's often in your head. And the dog's just feeding off of you and feeding off of the fact the dog has no direction. You're tired now, aren't you?
I think like with Daisy,
You're tired, yes you
because that
are.
van was there. Dogs also don't like. I think as well what they can't sort of like see.
I haven't got anything.
With
You've had
Daisy,
them all.
She was
You've
fine,
had
and
them
then we went
all.
past the van and she kept trying to look back.
You've had them all.
And so it's like, where are you? But she didn't do it with Daisy.
See, these little barking that you're hearing right now, that's just excitement. When she bowed down and wanted to bark, that's excitement. But dogs will bark for many reasons. They bark when they're alert, they bark when they're too overstimulated, they bark when they're nervous, they bark when they're being aggressive. But it doesn't matter why they're doing it, it's all them being too neurotic at that moment in time, and they need to be brought back down. So if your dog's barking because it's got super amped up, bring it back down, it's too excitable. If your dog's barking because it's nervous, give it a little check and say, hey, snap out of it, there's nothing to be afraid of here.
And indoors as well.
Yeah, and indoors. Indoors she's barking because she's alert, but of course again that stems from her nervousness. You see how she was very jumpy, so like if you bang or something she'll jump. She says she's a little bit skittish, so that's why she's super sensitive.
Yeah.
My dogs will bark if there's a legitimate thing going on, but they don't bark at every single noise.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Roxy would give an after chance, as most small dogs do, but then obviously after a few repetitions, enough, then they just stop.
Yeah, okay.
So now they bark if someone knocks on a door, but apart from that,
Nothing.
no. So, but this is what your dog needed. This would help a lot, the fact that your dog's able to meet a dog for the
Yeah.
first time.
And not do.
Can take a lot of that
Yeah.
frustration away.
Yeah.